Nellis East here on this Monday night. Red Raven Volleyball here on the Red Raven Sports Network as the Lady Ravens take on the Lady Norse of NEO tonight. I'm Shane Neal. So happy you're with us. We have volleyball coming your way here in just a few moments. We'll get you starting lineups and we'll get you ready for set number one. We're about to have the national anthem here at Nellis East, so we'll step away for just a moment. When we come back, we'll get you those starting lineups and we'll get going here at Nellis Gymnasium on the campus of Coffeyville Community College. We'll be right back. All right, we return to Nellis East as we get ready for some Monday night volleyball here at Nellis Hall. So happy you're here with us. I'm Shane Neal. This is the Red Raven Sports Network. Ravens looking for their 8th win of the season. They are led by first-year head coach Candy Midget. Norsemen looking for their 22nd win of the season. They are led by head coach Sarah Wall. Ravens in the home white jerseys with that red trim. NEO wearing the almost like, what would you call those? A charcoal kind of jersey? Like I don't think that's a full-on black. It's almost like a charcoal gray with the blue trim and the gold collar. Yeah, I like them. There you go. Looks like we're about ready to roll. We'll get you starting lineups here in just a moment. First for the Ravens, it's number 7, Janae Johns. Number 3, Brianna Patterson. Number 8, Kaiten O'Brien. As well as number 4, Ashlyn Nelson. Number 15, Dayton Bogle. Number 12, Nadeja Simeon. Patterson will serve. We'll get you that NEO lineup here in just a moment. That serve is returnable, and they'll set it into the middle for a kill early, and that's the freshman Carson Hart out of Greenwood, Arkansas. Hart out there as well with Abigail Wilson, number 18, number 24, Elizabeth Wells, as well as number 12, Galatia Andrew. And about to serve right here for NEO is number 13, as that's going to be an NEO point. That was Maya Carnes. And also out there for the Norsemen is number 18, like I said, Abigail Wilson, and down there in the middle is number 1, Carson Hart. Number 20, Keisha Walter. That was the last player I was looking for. There you go. Patterson setting it for Dayton Bogle. Bogle coming in. That's a pretty well-struck hit, but returnable for NEO, and they work it to the far side. This is returnable for Coffeyville, and Ashlyn Nelson winds up. Dayton Bogle keeps it up, and it's going to be blocked at the net by Simeon. Longest rally of the night so far. Ravens looking for their first point of the night, and that is nearly going to get down, but NEO keeps it alive, hits it out of bounds. Ravens on the board, 2-1. If there's anything I learned, I called some Wright State University volleyball. It's a Division I school out in Ohio when I was in college. And if there's anything I've learned in my time calling volleyball, it's those long rallies. If you can win the points on those long rallies, it goes such a long way in momentum. Ravens serving down 2-1 early in the set number 1. That one blocked by Simeon. They'll reset. They'll go back to Elizabeth Wells, and that one hit long. We're tied at 2. Goes without saying that in a a retooling year for the Ravens under new head coach Candy Midget. A lot of freshmen on this team. Only 6 sophomores returned. This would be their biggest win of the year if they could beat a ranked opponent here at home. So now 2-2, and they're going to actually flip it and give the point to NEO. So it makes it 3-1 Lady Norse here early in this one. And serving here is Walter, and they'll set it for Bogle here on the Coffeyville side. That one pushed to the back corner, and that is a thing of beauty there from NEO. And they have an early 4-1 advantage here on the road. NEO just about an hour and 10 minutes or so up the road from their home in Miami. That one's going to trickle over and kept up by the Ravens, but it will eventually fall. That'll be a service ace for the Lady Norse and Keisha Walter, who's a freshman out of Galena, Missouri. John's able to return this one. They'll push it up for Alyssa Bartlett. And Bartlett, the freshman out of Stillwater, with her first kill of the evening. Annabelle Bell checks in for Nadeja Simeon. May Johns will serve for the Ravens, the freshman out of Houston, Texas. Played her high school ball at Hightower High School, and that serve goes out of play. (6-2). Lady Norse, our score in this opening set. And this is the talented freshman Carson Hart serving here for the Lady Norse. And she had the first kill of the evening. She has a service ace right there. This is a player that Sarah Wall is very excited for. Freshman out of Greenwood, Arkansas. She is primarily a middle blocker, but you can move her to outside hitter. You can even play her a little bit in the back row. She is a very versatile weapon for this Lady Norse team. As that one kept up by the Norse defense, but a net violation gives the point to the Ravens. First time tonight, we'll see Olivia Murphy, the sophomore out of Tulsa, checking in. Peyton Bogle will serve. Murphy has the most experience of any returner on this team. That serve into the net from Bogle. We talked about it on the broadcast this year. This will be Olivia Hall, the freshman out of Rogers, Arkansas, to serve here for NEO. Ravens are a very aggressive serving team. A lot of aces, a lot of errors. They love to be aggressive on those serves when they are attacking. And there's going to be a kill for Olivia Murphy. Speaking of attacking, that is pinpoint precision there from Murphy, getting it over that front line and just out of the reach of the back row defender. So Kaiten O'Brien, the freshman out of Edna, will serve now for Coffeyville. And that's a solid serve that is returnable here for NEO. That one partially deflected at the net. Ravens reset. Murphy setting it for Ashlyn Nelson. Not the best set. Nelson gets it over. And now they set on the other side for NEO. Not the best set. So Ravens are on the offensive here. Annabelle Bell pushed it a little too far out of play. And that'll make it 9-4 NEO. Ravens were pointing to Candy Midget there for a moment. And will we have an official challenge? We will. So there's a challenge on the play. That'll lead to our first break in the action. We'll be right back. Let's take a quick little 30-second timeout here from Nellis Hall. Ravens down 9-4 early in this set number 1. Oh, I got you. That's right. That's new. We can look at replay now. I apologize for that. And if you look at that replay, it looks like it does deflect off that finger. That would mean this is a Raven point. The original ruling was out of bounds, and it made it 9-4 NEO. If this is overturned, it would be a kill for Annabelle Bell, and it's 8-5. Look at it from that other angle and see if the ball changes direction at all when it grazes those fingertips. Our production team up here pretty confident this one's going to get overturned. It's one of my favorite things about working with RRSN is all of our on-site producers for RRSN are basically like part-time officials, where we've had Andrew Elrod at football games all the time calling touchdown or calling incomplete, or I mean, he's basically the instant replay reviewer over here. I mean, the officials should just be getting opinions from him. And after review, it looks like the call stands, and it will go to NEO. So 9-4. Of course, that is the thing in instant replay nowadays. You have to have indisputable video evidence to overturn the call. So the original call of it being an NEO point really came up big there for the Lady Norse. 9-4 our score, and this will be Abigail Wilson. Wilson is a freshman out of Carl Junction, Missouri, as that one blocked at the net. And that's the first time we've really called the freshman's name Brooke Walker, who is a 6'2 freshman out of Inola, Oklahoma. A lot of size on this NEO team. This one returnable. Caton O'Brien works it to Murphy. Murphy trying to set it for Annabelle Bell. That's deflected. Diving dig. Walker tries to get it over. Ravens keep it up. Murphy. Another diving dig. Nelson tries to put it down. That lands out of play. And it is an NEO point. So it's 11-4 Lady Norse here in set number 1. NEO came into tonight's match the 19th ranked team in the nation. Nelson, nice touch there from Ashlyn Nelson. Put it right where the defense wasn't, and that's a thing of beauty there from the sophomore out of Valley Center. Returnable here for NEO, and that's a big swing there. Another freshman making an impact for NEO. That is Ashia Thompson out of Ozark, Missouri. Ashia Thompson. Nice play there. And that one, O'Brien can't get over, and quickly the Ravens find themselves in an 8-point hole with it 13-5. And a timeout taken by Candy Midget. Let's take a quick timeout with her. We'll step away here for just a moment. You're watching Red Raven Volleyball here on the Red Raven Sports Network. Red Raven fans, Domino's Pizza in Coffeyville has your game day cravings covered. As a proud partner of the Red Raven Sports Network, they're here to fuel your team spirit with fresh pizza, wings, and more. Call or visit Domino's today and keep the Raven pride going strong. That point goes to NEO, and they now have a 14-5 lead. Just saw assistant men's basketball coach Jordan Bailey walking through the gym. I know they just got back from Norman, so I'm sure it's been an exhausting Monday for them, as there's a point for the Ravens. Deja Simeon helping the Ravens get a key point here, and we'll see the return of Brianna Patterson and Dayton Bogle. Also some news for Red Raven sports fans. The football team nationally ranked for the first time this season, up to number 14 in the nation after that big win over Highland on Saturday. So congratulations to Coach Dobler and company. They're ranked for the first time all year. That one, what a dig there from Patterson. Ravens able to keep it up. It's a heck of an effort. And Nelson keeps that one up. Ravens showing some heart on that play, and it's going to result in a point. Nelson and Patterson, outstanding there to keep that volleyball off the floor and get the Ravens their 7th point of the night. So now Brianna Patterson to serve here for Coffeyville, and that's a beauty and a service ace. Ravens with 3 of the last 4 points, maybe starting to gain a little momentum here tonight. Another serve here for the sophomore out of Parsons. Another solid serve. Returnable this time, though, and that one hit a little bit long by Carson Hart. 14-9. Again, we talked about Carson Hart being one of the more exciting young talents at NEO. She can really play all over the floor. That one, Patterson gets over, and that one a miss hit from Hart. Ravens have closed the gap to 4. 5 of the last 6 points have gone the way of the home Ravens. Another point for CCC on another miss hit from NEO, and a timeout taken from Sarah Wall. Coffeyville is right back in this one. 14-11. 7 of the last 8 points have gone the way of the Ravens. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be right back here on RRSN. (14-11) here as the Ravens on a quality rally here in the first set. Shay Neal, it's RRSN, your home for Ravens sports, and that's going to be an NEO point out of the timeout as Simeon and Nelson couldn't quite corral that little flare over the net. And now serving here will be Maya Carnes. Carnes is a freshman, out of Carl Junction, Missouri. Patterson looking to set it for Nadeja Simeon, who comes in, and a full swing there gives the Ravens their 12th point of the first set. Alyssa Bartlett will check back in. If you're Candy Midget, though, you've got to be excited about this turnaround. You were down early in this one, 11-4. Since then, you've really turned it around on a 12-3 run here for the Ravens. Low serve there, gets over for Nelson. That's blocked by Simeon, with a little bit of help from Alyssa Bartlett, and it's a Raven point. It's down to a 2-point set. NEO, we talked about it a little bit earlier, the number 19 team in the nation, in a first season filled with ups and downs for Coffeyville under Candy Midget. This would be significantly their biggest win of the season if they could pull it off here tonight. That one blocked, it's going to land out of play. Simeon and Bartlett there, but it will be a pretty swing there from Keisha Walter. Bartlett, big swing. Carson Hart able to get a little piece of that. Keeps it up for NEO. They float it over. That's returnable. Janae Johns setting it for Bogle. That's deflected. Kept up. Now they'll set it for Hart and the talented freshman. Ravens keep it alive. Patterson plays it over. They set it to, coming in there was Geranjali Ayala, and she able to put it down. That is the freshman out of Puerto Rico. And a swing got to the back line there, makes it 17-13, NEO. Here in set number 1, Bogle. That one deflected, kept up by the Lady Norse. They go right back. And once again, Ayala delivers back-to-back kills for the Lady Norse, and their lead is back up to 5. Candy Midget trying to implore her team to continue fighting, and that'll help. A service error gives the serve back to the Ravens, 18-14. Serving here, Janae Johns for Coffeyville, and that's a difficult return here for NEO. But they do get it over. Patterson setting Bogle. Not a great set. Bogle able to get it over. And this time Ayala is blocked. Lady Norse able to keep it up. They'll float it over. Ravens on the offensive. Trying to keep it alive. This is going to be tough, and it falls. Miscommunication there. It drops, and it's 19-14 NEO here in set number 1. Carson Hart, the freshman, serves it over. It's returnable. Nelson gets it to Patterson, who sets Annabelle Bell. That one hit long. And NEO, the first team to 20 tonight. (20-14) our score. NEO jumped out to an early 7-point lead. Coffeyville battled back. That one, what a dig. Robbing Alyssa Bartlett of a kill right there. Ravens will set it up again. This time Bogle, and got it over. Dayton Bogle gives the Ravens the point, 20-15, and Bogle will be the Raven to serve here as well. Patterson out. Olivia Murphy back in. And the serve from Bogle, not a bad one. NEO will play it over. That's Ayala. Murphy setting it for the freshman Bartlett. That was deflected. And it's a Raven point. (20-16) our score here in set number 1. The Ravens have battled for the top 20 team in the nation here in the opening set. That one will get over. It's dug out by Ashlyn Nelson. They set Alyssa Bartlett once again, the freshman. This one returnable. They set Ayala, who's really been key for NEO down the stretch here in set number 1. That's her third kill in the last 5 points. We see Riley Winchin check in for the Ravens. That's the freshman out of Field Kinley, right here in Coffeyville. One of the few players in NATO volleyball history to get to 1,000 career digs. So quite the legacy she has at Field Kinley High School. They set Annabelle Bell, that one out of play, 22-16. Lady Norse 3 points away from closing out set number 1, and they've had to battle for it. And that's going to help. A service ace as Ashlyn Nelson couldn't quite corral it. (23-16). And serving here is Elizabeth Wells. That one dug out by Janae Johns. Bartlett will play it over, but it's hit long. And now we have set point here for NEO. So credit to both of these teams. NEO had the first punch. Ravens battled back, but when the Ravens battled back, NEO showed that they have some resilience and some toughness. That one gets over for Bartlett. Murphy setting it for Annabelle Bell. This one will, NEO trying to close out the set. Ayala, that one kept up. Murphy setting Bartlett. Bartlett, big swing, dug out. They work it to the middle. That one, Johns handles in the back row. Again, setting Bartlett. This time denied, and set number 1 goes the way of NEO. 25-16. The Lady Norse get the set 1 victory here on the road. Ravens, though, showing some fight tonight against a top 20 team in the nation. We'll see how they can bounce back in set number 2. Set number 2 coming up next here on RRSN. Set number 2 here from Nellis East Gymnasium on the campus of Coffeyville Community College. I'm Shea Neal. So happy you're with us here on this Monday night edition of Red Raven Volleyball. A little bit rare to have a Monday night game day, but we're so happy we do. And it's a battle between Northeast Oklahoma and Southeast Kansas, the Red Ravens, and the Lady Norse of NEO here from Miami tonight. They won set number 1, 25-16, but after an early 11-4 deficit, the Lady Ravens really showed some battle against one of the top 20 teams in the nation. And a little bit of momentum they can take here into the second set. We'll see if Coach Midget's squad can really make a match out of this one, where obviously this is one of the toughest opponents they've gone up against here in 2024. And I thought that set number 1 very encouraging if you're a Red Ravens fan. But of course, the North showing why they've only lost 5 matches this year. Ayala was fantastic. Carson Hart was fantastic, as well as some of those other contributors. Well, very young team for NEO. Only 1 sophomore on this roster. And that is, of course, Avery Flinton, who we haven't seen yet tonight. So a very young roster here at NEO, and they're already nationally ranked this year. You'd have to imagine they're going to be pretty incredible next year. That one, miscommunication between Simeon and Patterson, and point number 1 goes the way of NEO. Serving here is Maya Carnes, the freshman out of Carl Junction. A setter for this Lady Norse squad. This one returnable. Patterson works it to Dayton Bogle here on the near side. And that one gets over the block, and it's 2-0 NEO here quickly in set number 2. And I see another Red Raven basketball player making their way into Nellis East here. You may be wondering how I know it's a Red Raven basketball player. It's because he's 6'9". Pretty easy to tell here at Coffeyville as that one falls 3-0. Sometimes, you can't tell the difference between a baseball player and a football player, or a baseball player and a soccer player. You can always tell who the basketball players are because they're about 8 inches taller than everybody else on campus. That one set for Ashlyn Nelson, and a big swing for Nelson. Gets the Ravens on the board here in set number 2. We've talked about it numerous times this season. Ashlyn Nelson, one of the key returning sophomores for this program. One of their best attackers, maybe the best attacker on this team. They go as she goes. They need her to have a big night tonight. That was a beautiful swing there to get the Ravens on the board. That one deflected through the one. Every time the Ravens have had a little rally to get back into it, NEO has responded to this point. Murphy setting it for Kalu. That one blocked at the net by Ayala. 10-5. Timeout taken by Candy Midget. Ravens down 10-5 here in set number 2. Ravens have shown some fight tonight against a top 20 team in the nation, but need to make that extra push if they want to win a set here tonight. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Back here at Nellis Hall, and that serve into the net makes it 10-6. I was making fun of my ability at the break to go into breaks. It's definitely one of my weaknesses. Sometimes I trip over my own words when trying to deliver an out cue into a break. So I apologize to all of the producers that I work with, both at KGGF and at RRSN, that have to listen to me suffer as I go to break. 11-6 is that one down for NEO. We'll see checking in now, number 18. That is Abigail Wilson coming in for Ayala. Ravens down 11-6 after dropping the first set 23-16, and Ashlyn Nelson. Another just high power swing. And another kill for the Ravens to make it 11-7. Solid serve here. Nelson trying to put it down. Kept alive by NEO. And now the Ravens have to scramble to keep it up. And that one was deflected at the net, and it's going to be a kill for Ashia Thompson. This one returnable. Winchin works it to Murphy. Murphy to Ashlyn Nelson. Nelson keeps it up. Simeon meets hard at the net. And NEO gets it over and will get it down. That's pretty impressive from the Lady Norse. We're caught out of system there and didn't panic, and we're still able to get that back corner over the Raven defense. So this is Felicia Andrew to serve, and that serve goes long, giving the serve right back to the Ravens, 13-8. Brianna Patterson serving here for Coffeyville as they trail 13-8. And Patterson with a big-time dig there. Simeon tries to push it to the back line. And did. That was kind of an odd play there. It was almost like our official and our line judge disagreed there for a second. Like he couldn't believe that she said that was in. But he does go with the ruling, and it's 13-9. And there is going to be a challenge here by NEO. So we'll take a look at this one. Again, we're looking for that back right line. That's when Nadeja Simeon was trying to push it. We're waiting for replay master Blaine to get us all of the angles at his disposal. And we're having a little bit of issues down there on the court on getting this replay set up. So they're going to keep it with Coffeyville. The Ravens get the point. Nadeja Simeon. Brianna Patterson serving here for the Ravens, and that one hit long. Miss hit there for Coffeyville. We'll make it 14-9. This one returnable, and working it to Bogle, who plays it over. Now Elizabeth Wells floats it over for an NEO point. And 15-9. Simeon in the middle has that blocked, and that's going to get down again. NEO with their third consecutive point. That makes it 16-9. Bogle here on the near side, floats it over. That's going to get down, Raven point. So Ashlyn Nelson will serve here as Kalu comes back in for O'Brien. Ravens trail in this second set, 16-10. Returnable here, they work it to the freshman Carson Hart, and that was deflected and a NEO point. Likewise, we see a substitution for the Lady Norse as coming in for Abigail Wilson, is freshman Geranjali Ayala. Bogle on the far side, big swing, can't get all of it into the net, and 18-10 as NEO has built it up to an 8-point edge. NEO trying to back Coffeyville into a corner, have a 2-0 lead. And Janae Johns will get it to Patterson, who's setting Kalu on the near side. That one blocked at the net by Carson Hart. Ravens are able to play it over. Now Ayala coming in, and Ayala has been really good tonight. Ever since about the later stages of the opening set, Ayala has been maybe the best attacker for the Lady Norse tonight. The freshman out of Puerto Rico. And that time Ayala tried to meet it at the net, mishit it. She's kind of laughing that one off a little bit after that play, but it gives the point to the Ravens, 19-11. Ayala maybe a little embarrassed after that play as she goes back to her spot. And they'll set it for Ayala, and that's how you shake off that embarrassment real quick. Makes it 20-11. Another kill for the freshman. So we'll see checking back in Shia Thompson, as well as the first time tonight. We'll see the lone sophomore on this team, Avery Flinton, who's out of Tulsa. Patterson setting it in the middle for Kalu. And Flinton floats it over, gets the kill, and NEO is up by 10. 21-11. And NEO closing on the win here in set number 2. That was a very impressive serve there from Carson Hart. Floated over. Johns getting it to Dayton Bogle. Returnable here for the Norse. And Flinton again into the game and back-to-back kills, 22-11. Ravens able to keep that alive. Kalu plays it over. Coffeyville scrambles to reset. Bogle on the far side, big swing, and it is down. Ravens have shown a lot of tenacity tonight. They get a point there to make it 22-12. That one hit a little long there by Ashia Thompson. 22-13, back-to-back points for the Ravens. That one will get down. Thompson, a little bit of an unconventional swing there, but it is out of the reach of Janae Johns. Falls 23-13. So it'll be Elizabeth Wells, the freshman out of Riverton, to serve here. And this one returnable. Nelson gets it to Murphy. Murphy setting it in the middle for Kalu. Kalu didn't quite get all of that. That one a beautiful swing, though, from Ashia Thompson. And we have a set point here for NEO, 24-13 here in set number 2. Wells will serve for the set. Johns will get it to Murphy. Murphy will set it for Annabelle Bell. That one is in on the back line. And the Ravens keep their set 2 hopes alive for the moment. And that one is down as well. Back-to-back points for the Ravens. 24-15. That one into the net, and that's how set 2 comes to an end. NEO wins set number 2, 25-15, and they have a 2-sets-to-none lead here. Ravens playing hard tonight, but have work to do. Set 3 coming up next here. You're watching Red Raven Volleyball on the Red Raven Sports Network. Set number 3 from Nellis East on the campus of Coffeyville Community College. I'm Shane Neal. So happy you're with us here on the Red Raven Sports Network. Ravens trail this one 2-0 after NEO won the first 2 sets of the night, 25-16, 25-15. It'll be Simeon, Nelson, Bogle, Johns, O'Brien, and Patterson. The 6 out there right now for the Lady Ravens. It will be Brianna Patterson to serve and get us started. That one a miss hit, and the Ravens get the first point here in set number 3. Patterson with a solid serve. NEO now trying to set up the return, and that's a beautiful play, and it will land. That was Keisha Walter setting that one up. So 1-1 here early in set number 3. Bogle will get this to Patterson. Patterson setting it for Nelson. Nelson's had a nice night, and she'll add to it. 2-1 Ravens. Now we'll see Alyssa Bartlett checking in for Kaiten O'Brien. NEO able to return this one. Elizabeth Wells, the freshman out of Riverton. That'll be dug by Nelson, but land out of play. Tied at 2. Ayala checking back in for the Lady Norse. Ayala's been their best attacker tonight. She comes in for Abigail Wilson. That one will get over, and Ayala puts it down. NEO has their first lead here in set number 3, courtesy of their star freshman outside hitter, Geranjali Ayala. And back-to-back points for the Lady Norse. They've opened up a 4-2 advantage. That one served into the net. Ravens get the point, and they get the serve right back, 4-3. Carson Hart have had a great set number 1. Able to get that kill there for NEO to make it 5-3. And now serving is the freshman Hart. Annabelle Bell, wow. That was one of the better swings we've seen from Annabelle Bell all season long. 5-4, a wicked swing. Ravens with a chance to tie it here in the third set, and they will, 5 apiece. Looking ahead to the rest of the week here on RRSN here in just a moment, as Bogle will serve here with a chance to put the Ravens back in front, and that is out of play. NEO takes a 6-5 lead. We'll be back in action on Wednesday night for the Red Raven Coaches Show, live from Wendy's in downtown Coffeyville. We'll hear from Coach Dober, his ranked football team for the first time this year. Should be a lot of fun, as that's a service ace here for Wells. Coach always brings 3 of his players as well, so if you're wanting to get to know the team, that's a great place to do it on RRSN. And then coming up on Friday, there's a couple scrimmages going on for basketball and baseball on the road. Of course, RRSN will not be able to cover those, but for all you basketball fans, preseason scrimmage season, that one in play on the back line. Makes it 8-5. Basketball season just around the corner. I know Andrew is very excited to be able to start doing 2 doubleheaders a week again. I know that's something he lives for. So, and then coming up on Saturday, we will have a home volleyball game against Seminole at 1 o'clock and a home soccer game against the Hutchinson Blue Dragons at 3:30. So we have a Saturday doubleheader for you here on RRSN. 8-6 our score here in set number 3, and this will be Kaiten O'Brien serving. That'll land for Ayala. What a night she's had. NEO was kind of scrambling, looking for answers in set 1, and they brought in Ayala, and she's been the answer almost all night long. Be ready when your name is called, and Ayala's done that at a very high level here tonight. That one blocked. Ravens will play it over. That one will land to make it 10-6 NEO. That'll be a service ace, and NEO's opened up a 5-point lead. Candy Midget does have a timeout at her disposal. We'll see when she decides to use it. You got to be strategic with those timeouts over the course of a long set. That one will trickle over. And Murphy setting Annabelle Bell. That one a little long, but I don't know what got into Annabelle Bell in between set 2 and set 3, but she is obliterating volleyballs right now. Timeout taken. We'll step away for just a moment. We'll be right back here on the Red Raven Sports Network. Well, as we look to close this one out here tonight at Nellis Hall, be sure to stop by Domino's in Coffeyville and close your evening with a large pizza and some wings. Call or visit Domino's today and keep the Raven Pride going strong all season long. Point for NEO here out of the timeout, makes it 13-6. That one returnable. Winchin gets it to O'Brien. Murphy tries to swing it over, hits it. 14-6. As NEO's opened up an 8-point lead. That'll be out of play. 15-6. I do have some breaking news for any Kansas City Chiefs fans. Wide receiver Rashee Rice, good news and bad news. Good news, his ACL is not damaged. The most important ligament in your knee is not damaged from that hit he suffered against the Chargers. Bad news, his LCL is completely torn, will need to be repaired. He is expected to miss the rest of the season. So Chiefs' number 1 receiver appears to be out for the year. They'll rely quite a bit on the rookie Xavier Worthy and, of course, star tight end Travis Kelce. Tough break for a really talented young receiver. We had a slight break in the action there. There'll be Elizabeth Wells to serve here for NEO as soon as we are ready to resume. I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what's happening here. There we go. That one served over. Janae Johns gets it to O'Brien. O'Brien setting it for Olivia Murphy. Murphy gets it over. NEO able to return it and block at the net. Nice return by NEO. Kalu hits it a little long. So NEO's opened up a 16-6 margin, and they're closing in on an impressive road match here tonight in Coffeyville. Olivia Murphy gets it to Kalu. Big swing. And that'll be an NEO point as it's off the pole. Timeout on the floor. We'll take our last one up here in the booth. We'll be right back as NEO looks to close out a straight sets win here in Coffeyville. NEO with the serve. They lead it 17-6. And that'll be a service ace for the Lady Norse. Been a tough third set here for the Ravens, but like I said earlier, I know there's, sports fans don't love to hear about the moral victories, but in a year where there's been a lot of ups, a lot of downs here for the Raven volleyball program as they are retooling under a new head coach. I thought the first two sets tonight here against the Norse, that one deflected and kept up by NEO, and the Ravens keep this one up. Murphy getting it to Kalu. Kalu, big swing, kept up again. Murphy to O'Brien. That's dug out. And they'll set it in the middle for Ashia Thompson. That's down. I think the first two sets of tonight, the Ravens have looked really strong, really competitive against a 21-5 team here tonight. So I think, I can't speak for Coach Midget, but I'd like to think that she was probably pretty pleased with how her team came out and performed early in this match. But NEO has wasted no time here in set number 3. Makes it 20-6. Kalu again winds up, and NEO able to get that one back over. Murphy pushing to the back corner. What a dig. Getting there was Andrew, robbing Murphy of the point. Ravens set up again. Annabelle Bell has that one deflected. Longer rally here. Murphy plays it over. NEO on the attack. And they set it there. That one kept up by the Ravens. Kalu winds up again and gets the kill. Nadia Kalu. Kalu, another player out of Houston, Texas. 3 Houston players on this team. That one another Raven point. And that's another one of the Houston trio. Nadeja Simeon there at the net. Simeon, Johns, and Kalu, all from Houston. It's a strong serve there from Annabelle Bell. Bell able to get a hold of that one, keep it up. Kalu will play it over. And that one, Ashia Thompson wasting no time. 21-8 NEO. We'll see checking in for the first time tonight, Lainey Brown, the freshman out of Wagoner, Oklahoma. And the return of the talent, and that'll be a sub for the talented freshman Carson Hart. Winchin able to return that serve. Simeon pushes it over. And that one into the net. Miss hit there from Avery Flinton gives the Ravens their 9th point of the set. I need to have more self-confidence, Andrew. I said that was a Raven point, and everyone else in the building said it was an NEO point, and I was like, am I wrong? No, I just need to believe in myself. There's an ace. I got to believe in myself. I was going to say, Dirk Andrews out here getting in my head. Something Dirk does very well is getting in my head. Brianna Patterson, another ace for the Ravens. You always know it's going to be a fun night at Nellis Hall when you roll into the parking lot and Dirk Andrews is waiting for you in the parking lot. Patterson with yet another serve and another strong one. This one returnable for NEO. Kalu pushes it back over and then pushed back over by Wells. Kalu winds up. That's dug out by Andrew. And that's going to be a kill for Avery Flinton. 22-11 as the Norse now 3 points away from their 22nd win of the season. What a performance. This team of all freshmen except for one sophomore inching closer to a 22-5 start to the season. What an impressive job by Coach Sarah Wall and assistant coach Nick Bushhart this season. That one out of play, Raven point. If you're wondering what's up next for the Ravens, they hit the road and battle the Heston Larks coming up on Wednesday night. They'll be back at home for October 12th on Saturday when they take on Seminole State. They'll also be back at home next Wednesday when they take on Neosho. That one down and NEO point, 23-12. Neosho always a tough opponent, as is Seminole State. So a couple of tough home matches coming up for the Ravens. They'll look to obviously end the regular season with some momentum. They, of course, wrap up their regular season. I love that in both football and volleyball, the final regular season home game is against the rival Independence Pirates. Whoever's making the schedules are doing it right. That one down, and it's going to be match point for NEO. I give a lot of credit to the people in the Jayhawk Conference that made schedules this year, because in football, well, I guess it was supposed to end with Indy, and now it's going to end with Butler, which is still a fun rivalry. Volleyball ends with Indy. Basketball ends with Barton. A lot of fun games to wrap up the regular season. That's going to do it. A block at the net, and NEO takes this one in straight sets. 25-16, 25-15, 25-12. The Lady Norse have their 22nd win here in 2024. The Ravens drop to 7-18 on the season. Ravens will be back in action on Wednesday when they take on the Heston Larks. They'll be back here on RRSN on Saturday when they take on Seminole State at 1 o'clock. We'll have that game for you right here on RRSN. Appreciate Andrew, appreciate his entire team here for helping us out tonight with the stream. I'm Shane Neal saying so long from Nellis East as the Ravens fall in straight sets tonight to a very talented NEO team. Until we're back in action on Saturday, I'm Shane Neal saying so long here on the Red Ravens Sports Network.